What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn estimates the super fight that we're all looking for in the heavyweight division between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury is estimated a huge 29.95 pounds on pay-per-view price for that fight. Okay. Now, Eddie Hearn believes that Anthony Joshua's hotly anticipated world title bout with Tyson Fury could cost $29.95 on pay-per-view. Of course, last week the heavyweight world champions camps agreed, okay, to a super fight. And Eddie Hearn said, "You think that I'm going to double it? Oh, and by the way, I don't even set the pay-per-view prices." Okay, he said, "You think Sky are going to double of Joshua Ruiz, for example, for Joshua Fury? Do I think that it'll go over $29.95? No, I don't. But then again, this isn't my decision. I don't think Sky are looking at this fight thinking, oh yeah, that'll give us an excuse to put the price up. Is the biggest fight ever? Yes. Biggest British fight ever? Yes. But my relationship with the customers and the fans has to be everything, because I want the longevity, I want the respect, and I want your trust, and I want to give you value. So I'm not here to come in like a cowboy and go $49.99, see you later, cheers, bye-bye, with a sack of money. It's got to be right. It's got to represent the value of the product like everything else has. Maybe Tyson Fury wants it to be $49.95 or $99. I think it sounds to be anywhere near that kind of money, and I don't believe Sky would either. Of course, recent reports have suggested that Joshua versus Fury will pocket 70 million pounds each in their first clash. Wow. Okay, it's really too early. Me counterpunching the price of this, because if you guys can remember last year when Anthony Joshua lost his belts in New York, and it was like $19.99, like 19.95 pounds, and it went up to like 25 pounds or 24.95 in pounds, right? And everybody lost their mind over in the UK. And I had to remind people, my UK subscribers, that, hey, dude, we pay $75 freaking dollars to $100 each time. Okay? If it's a Mayweather fight, if Mayweather ever comes back, it's $100 straight up and down. If it's anybody else, it's $75. What is that in pounds? Shit, 65, 60 pounds? All right? That's a lot of money for one fight. Okay? But one thing that triggered this is, he said he doesn't think Sky Sports would do this, but it has to be worth the value. But here's the deal. If they have a stacked undercard, they will try to justify it, and then they might boost it up to $49.95 because they know this is the first fight, the first biggest British fight ever. So I wouldn't doubt it if they did. Okay? And even if they do, people gonna buy that shit. It's what it is. This is not an ordinary fight. This is the first British unification, undisputed fight that we've ever had with both British champions. So yes, people are going to bite the bullet. They should reference what we do over here on this side of the pond and pay $75 to see a fucking Wilder fight. You know what I mean? Pay that shit. A Floyd Mayweather fight, $100, 100 US. We pay that shit. They're going to have to understand and realize that, hey, if you want something that big, if you want something you never had, you got to do something you never done, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to pay that $49.95 pound for that fight. Whatever Sky decides to do, it may not be $49, it might be $35, right? He said he thinks it'll be, what, $29.95? I believe it'll be $35. Because they know they want to get that extra revenue, okay? Tyson Fury isn't on Sky Sports, okay? So they know they want to cover their expenses, and they want to make sure they make all the money possible in case Joshua gets flattened. They did that shit last year with Ruiz. They didn't know Ruiz was going to come into that type of shape, that kind of shape, that type of performance. They didn't know that. Why do you think they raised the price? They raised the price because they know, you know what? If he loses, we've made our money. Because we might not see a big fight and the people might not come to see Joshua like that again. Right? They'll see the Joshua because they'll love his attitude, personality, yada, yada, yada. But he's not a champion. He still has the endorsements. However, you know, they know or they feel that these particular fighters or these particular consumers, these customers, these fans won't pay that type of money. So what will happen eventually? They knew we're gonna pump up the price, make that extra revenue in case he does lose. If he does win, great, we come out. If he loses, great, we come out, because at least we have made up for the loss already. And that's exactly what they did, and they broke a record on pay-per-view. So imagine 5 extra pounds per unit, okay? Per pay-per-view, 5 extra pounds. That's a lot of revenue. And you think they won't try to duplicate that in this fight? Of course they will. This is bigger. You got the 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world versus the lineal Ring Magazine, newly crowned WBC, undefeated Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Yes, it's going to be $35.95. That's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn's predictions and mine. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.